Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crypto Kings. My name is Matt, and in today's video, we're going to be analyzing the recent price action with Shiba Inu. This is following up with some previous videos I've done talking about where the price is going. So if you guys are new and like daily updates, drop a like, subscribe, and let's get right into it. So if you guys haven't already seen this, what we're looking at here is essentially a failure to sort of break past the line of, kind of resistance it was fighting against that I talked about in my last video. And once we get into the detailed version here on TradingView, you guys are able to see exactly what we are talking about here. So in my previous video, I sort of analyzed the fact that it's been trading pretty much horizontally here for the past few days, and you guys can see that going on here. And, this isn't particularly anything tragic. This happens all the time. But what we wanted to see was a type of breakout from this sort of range here. And we saw hope of that with a few candles yesterday, but unfortunately, it doesn't look as if it has passed the test. And you guys can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red candles in a row, followed by a small green, and then again 5 more. So really did skate down. Now, thankfully, this isn't really a major price dip. I mean, if you wanted to zoom out and look at a little bit of the bigger picture, you could say that this entire region here is really just a period of consolidation, and that's fine. So what we're looking at really is something very similar to what we saw for all of July, August, September. I mean, this is normal for a lot of us. A lot of us have been experiencing, price action like this for a very long time. So I definitely wouldn't let this alarm you. But speaking of things that I definitely would do, I would definitely go and check out Webull, guys. Link down below in the description. It is so easy to do. If you guys want to go over there and get started trading stocks, crypto, anything, guys, it is so easy, and it's probably the easiest 15, 20 bucks you'll ever make. Click the link down below in the description, guys. With my link, me and you will both get some free stocks. Again, recently someone did that, and we both got a free share of Apple and a fractional share of Facebook. So again, congratulations to whoever that was. Someone got very lucky there. So again, top of the link down below in the description, guys. But anyways, like I was saying, guys, this isn't anything tragic, and I think really this is just due to the fact that Bitcoin is not having a particularly hot day, and you guys can tell based off of Bitcoin's performance here that this is, kind of an expected dip. For the past 7 days here, we've seen pretty much nothing but green here from the 17th here. Really, you can go back to the 14th, and the 14th really up until the 21st here, nothing really but green, and unfortunately there was a bit of pullback, which is to be, understood, but again, compared to some of the previous lows here of the past month, just for, some perspective, this is a pretty impressive, amazing low, considering to where some of the previous highs were, 47,000 or, 55,000. This is still pretty amazing stuff. So I wouldn't worry that much about Bitcoin in that sense, and therefore I wouldn't worry about SHIB in that sense either. Same kind of thing, man. When you look at the past month, sitting here at 6, 7, now being, almost at 30 still, is pretty amazing. I mean, this was probably the cleanest, easiest 4x for, SHIB holders that they probably will ever see. This is still, in the end, pretty amazing stuff. Now, we also, have a couple of major, kind of events to look forward to, which obviously, Robinhood listing really would be incredible, would be one of the biggest events there could be. So, obviously that is something to look out for in the future. But, just to give you some perspective here, I mean, this is really an amazing jump, and therefore I wouldn't let, any, short-term kind of trauma, affect you on that. Because when it comes down to it, these kind of price regions like this, you guys can see this sort of 3-4 day kind of block of consolidation. This has happened before, and just to give you guys a couple of examples here that I could spot, right now, this very second, this is a slightly more jagged, but, also kind of a line of consolidation here, going around from the 15th up until the 17th, and then you do the same thing here. This looks kind of like a line of consolidation here from the 9th up until, what is this, the 11th. So again, you guys can see, kind of similar price action in some of these regions. If we are to check the relative strength index, you guys can see definitely one of my favorites. So we are being told we have a little bit of headroom here to continue to move up. Obviously, we'd have something like this going on. So if that were the case, we'd probably, see some movement up to, maybe like 28.5 or like 29. So, that could still conceivably happen here on the day, that wouldn't be impossible. And obviously that would still be within the bounds that the RSI considers to be reasonable, which, is obviously great. So that very well could happen here on the day. Of course, you guys can see it hits 68, so it nearly tops off the RSI here on the 20th, and that obviously was that little push to 30, and then which obviously was not successful, and unfortunately led to it almost getting a little bit oversold here, all the way down to barely 27, in the high 26s. So regardless, it's showing that where this really wants to be is hanging out, around 27 and a half, 28 and a half. That's kind of where this wants to hang around, and that's what the RSI is going to tell us here. If we are to check the Fibonacci retracement, this will analyze the most recent run, and it always kind of looks like a headache when you first do it, but the best thing to do is definitely to stretch the graph out a little bit, and this will clean things up a little bit. And of course, I'll get rid of my drawings there, but you guys can see this is sort of analyzing, the most recent run here, basically 24 hours. What it is doing is taking a look at that and identifying, where the top and the bottom are of that run. So again, the top, of this period of consolidation was 29.58. So again, pushing that 30, but not quite making it. And then the bottom was, you guys can see right here, 27.01. So barely hanging on in the 27s there. So that was the top. That was the bottom of this run. So it hits this bottom, and then what it does essentially is it challenges the 23.6% line. This is one of the Fibonacci ratios here that is determined, to be a first, line of resistance when bouncing off a bottom. So it bounces off this bottom, challenges this line of resistance, and it looks like it's broken through. So again, over the next few hours here, I would say, yeah, it probably will break through and at least, kind of hold above the 23.6% line. If not, it could very well retest the bottom of the run again. So if that is not successful, you could watch it fall down again and retest, kind of the bottom of the run. So that very well could happen. Of course, these price changes aren't all that major. I don't think you guys are losing sleep over these price changes, but that's just, in my opinion, what could possibly happen. And then obviously if it succeeds at that, it could very well reclaim the 38.2% line here, which was where it hung out a little bit, could very well hit the 38.2% line, or it could, recoup 50% of its losses and hit the 50% line here on the gains back to around 28.5. So it could also do this. So those are just a few ideas. Again, obviously nobody knows for sure, but we can use a couple of these indicators just to take a look. Again, the RSI is a little below half, so it is giving me an indication that yes, there is room for it to definitely hold past that 23.6% line, staying into the higher 27s. And of course, when you own millions of SHIB, every millicent, makes a difference. So that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember, check out Webull, guys. Link down below in the description. It is so easy to do. With that being said, guys, I really do appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.